Hey, what up? It's your girl Ashley. I be ballin' basketball show. We're here to review the movie Fire Inside about Clarissa Shields. First, I want to introduce my guest, Marcus. What up?
What's good, Ashley? How you doing?
I'm all good. I'm all good. Yo, so this movie was very, very good. And I wanted to talk about it because I'm huge on women in sports. And I feel like this movie is not getting enough love. So, if there's one word you would describe this movie, what would the word be?
It's a lot that I can use. I want to use more than one word, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna use inspiring. Like
Okay.
it's very inspiring if you come from where she came from and you watching that movie. No matter who you are, if you come from a background like that, it's inspiring to watch that and see her what she went through to make it. To win 2 gold medals. So I'm gonna use inspiring, but you got other words. I thought it was amazing. It was awesome, dope, whatever. There's a lot
Yeah.
of good words you can use for that movie. So
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of great words. I would use perseverance.
mm,
Um, you know, because no matter what, she, didn't, give up, I feel like, when you know, she lost to that, what's the boxer's name that she
Sa-
lost to in the movie?
Savannah Marshall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she lost that. She could have stopped, but she kept going. And even when she was younger in the gym with her coach Jason,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, he was like, I don't coach girls. This is, you know, I don't coach girls. But she was persistent and he saw that spark in her. So perseverance, and even after she had won, a gold medal, and
Mm-hmm.
she thought, hey, her life's gonna change, her family's life gonna change. But there was like different roadblocks, different obstacles, but she kept persevering. So that would be my word, perseverance.
Yeah, I like that because she
Yeah,
did. She really did.
yeah. Like you said, she came from a rough background and she beat the odds, came up on top, and making history back to back gold medals. No one's
No
done
one,
that.
male or female. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, and I think it's inspiring, especially with the water crisis. But
yeah, yeah.
so yeah, do you have a favorite movie scene?
Um, I don't know. It's scenes that stand out to me, like
Mm-hmm.
that show like
Yeah.
what it for her to get there. So like, she had to cut her boyfriend off. That
Yeah.
scene was crazy. Her coming home to her mom's partying and it was a lot of scenes in there where for me personally I can relate to as far as growing up in the hood, growing up poor, growing up without a lot of anything, money, whatever. So yeah, pouring water in a cereal. It's a lot of stuff in there. Like, but as far as I don't know. Like, it's not one particular scene. It was just a bunch of them
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
to me. Yeah. So actually, it
Yeah.
is one scene, but it's
Oh,
not
okay.
because of what you think. So it's
Oh,
one scene when she was coming out for the Olympics and she had her hair braided, and she kind of reminded me of you. She looked like you with your hair braided. I was like, look at Ashley. But yeah, the actress that played her, I was like, wow, she looked like Ashley with her hair braided like that. So that's the scene that stood out for me, but for a whole different reason. So yeah.
yeah. Um, I think you're correct. There's like a lot of scenes that are really great. I love the boxing scenes. I think, the director did a real great job at, uh
So So speaking of the boxing scenes that you
Okay.
brought that up, that's why I shared the Andre Ward interview. So for people watching this, um, Andre Ward, who was a great professional, male professional boxer, gold medalist, he only won one time. He has a podcast now called All the Smoke, which is part of All the Smoke with Stephen
Oh yeah.
Jackson and Mark Burns. It's part of that network, but it's for fighting,
Oh
it's for boxing. So he interviewed Clarissa Shields and Layla Ali. We'll get to that later. But Clarissa Shields said during for that movie, she didn't want Rocky boxing. She didn't want the fake boxing. She wanted it to look real. So that's why those scenes look really good. Those
yeah.
fighting
Okay.
scenes. Yeah, she was on the director. She made sure that it looked real. So that's probably why those scenes were so good.
Yeah. It was very smooth, very elegant. They was exciting. You felt like you was in a fight, VR style. I swear.
VR style,
But
true. Yeah.
um, yeah, I think the fights was pretty dope. Oh, the director is a woman, Rachel Morris. Uh,
Okay.
I looked her up. She's the first woman to win. Oh no, to have the nomination at the Oscars for best cinematography for this. It's a movie called Mudbound. I think it's on Netflix,
Okay.
and I think it has Mary J. Blige in it. But yeah, so
Okay.
the directing was good. Oh, and Barry Jenkins is the writer, and he's the one that wrote Moonlight and a lot of other black films. So I was like, oh, okay, Shields got top pros. Okay.
Yeah, you could tell like she really cared about the movie. In the interview with Ward, she said she cries every time she watches it. um
Oh,
so
okay. Yeah,
so it's got to be good if she's crying and
yeah,
it hits home. So
yeah,
yeah, she gave it her approval. So
yeah, yeah. I think that would be my favorite thing, the boxing scenes, but also Ryan Destiny. She's been in a couple of movies, TV shows. It's this TV show called Star. She was in.
in that, okay.
Um, But yeah, she played her butt off. I feel like she's an up and coming actress that, she's been in some stuff, but not like a major role. And so I think this is like her first big, really major role, and she did her thing. And the the guy who plays her coach, Jason, his name is Brian Tyree Henry, and he's been in a lot of stuff too.
Oh yeah,
Um,
seen him in a
he,
lot of stuff. I
I think he's in Atlanta too. Yeah.
think he's in
That might
Atlanta.
be how he got his first shot. The show with Childish Gambino,
Yeah,
Donald Glover.
yeah,
Yeah, I think he was in Atlanta, and he's
I
been in
think
a lot of movies.
he was in Eternals too, which is a Marvel movie. He was in that.
Okay.
He's in a lot of stuff. He's not a bad actor. He's a good actor.
Yeah, good. The King Kong movie he's in, or is it Jurassic Park? One of them. No,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
maybe it could be. It's one of them. Jurassic Park or King Kong. It's one of them he's in.
Mhm.
No, I think he's in King Kong. Yeah, King
Yeah,
Kong and Godzilla movie. Right.
I think he did a
Um.
good job in the movie. I don't know how the real trainer was, but
Mhm.
they showed his picture at the end, but I don't know his real life mannerisms or anything. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that he did a good job portraying him. You know,
Yeah.
to me, he did. So yeah.
Yeah. So I I really like those scenes when they were together.
Mhm.
Of course, I like drama, so the big blow up scene at the house, because there was some like guilt and regret about him not showing up for her at the fight
Um,
that she lost, and so
yeah,
there
but
was
he
some
couldn't.
tension there.
She knew. Like they both knew. He couldn't come because he wasn't a sanctioned trainer and all this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, obviously he did end up there, and I mean, it was a lot of drama going on. Plus, they were poor. Like he was poor, she was poor. Like that's normal stuff. Really, you think about it in the hood.
Yeah.
So you know, it was what it was, and you got to watch the interview because he's no longer with her. but she gives him a lot of credit still. You know,
Yeah.
she had to move on. She had to move on to
Right.
get where she's at now.
Yeah.
So,
That
but
makes
she
sense.
never
Yeah.
forgot. She never forgot where she came from and who helped her
Yeah.
get there. So, yeah,
Yeah. Um, for sure, for sure. I think and of course, I think he just knew how to talk to her, you know,
yeah, yeah. I
um
noticed that, like when the Olympic trainer was trying to get her to focus, and she just wasn't. Whenever she would lose focus, he'd get her back in focus. So
yeah,
stuff like that he only knew how to do. So
yeah.
yeah,
And oh, I loved when she won the fight, but she was so mad at the score. She won the fight, but she was so
yeah,
mad at the score, and he had to, come in and help her smile about it. And that
yeah.
scene was real because I saw a documentary on like Netflix. I forgot what it was called, but that's
Mhm.
how the documentary opened up with that scene of her being so mad. And you think watching the documentary, you think she lost, but she won. So I think that's just her competitiveness.
Yeah, that's
So
just
that
how
was
she is. So when she lost to Savannah Marshall, that's her last loss. She hasn't lost since then. So
dang. So
yeah, even
that's
professional, she's undefeated. So that's a long time, and
2012, maybe.
yeah, yeah, it is 2012. So a lot of undefeated fighters don't like to lose. Like it's
Yeah,
really tough for them to lose. Um, Speaking of, like, we was talking about Shakur Stevenson off the stream, and Andre Ward is undefeated. Floyd Mayweather is undefeated. It's a few undefeated boxers. So Andre Ward and Shakur Stevenson got an interview, and they both don't like to lose. They both talked about when the last time they lost. Andre Ward, the last time he lost, he was like 12 years old. And he still remembers that to this day. He still remembers who the opponent is, how he
yeah.
felt, like, so Carissa's the same way. She got that drive in her. That's why she was mad about the score.
Mhm.
Which Olympic boxing is very controversial. Um, like if you knew boxing, so like Floyd Mayweather didn't win gold, he got cheated out of gold. That's what made him
Ooh,
go professional. Shakur Stevenson, I think, was silver. Keyshawn Davis is silver. So it's been a couple times where the U.S. has been robbed. Like so for Carissa to pull off what she did, was awesome, man. I don't kind of blame her for being upset about her score if she did good. Like she really put a whooping on that girl. Sometimes the judges don't see it that way. So yeah.
yeah. Yeah. One of the reasons why I wanted to talk about this movie was because I feel like no one is talking about the movie, you know, and it came out on Christmas Day, and I was like thinking like that probably was like a bad idea in my eyes because there wasn't really like a Will Smith or Angela Bassett or Denzel, someone super popular in the movie to like draw people in. And also, like, there's so many other movies around Christmas Day. So I was like, I don't know if I agree with that day, but it is what it is. But I
Yeah.
still wanted to watch it and stuff. And I was like, why aren't people talking about this movie? Because usually you have people talk about it on social media and all this promotion and all this buzz, and I feel like no one was really talking about it. You know, they was mainly talking about Wicked. But I
Yeah.
felt like, oh, what?
No, I was gonna say, like, I think, like you said, it got buried with the other movies that came out around that time. It's not a high budget movie. Um, it's a lot of stuff. I got a lot of reasons why I think it wasn't talked about a lot. Carissa Shields, even though she's popular in boxing, women's boxing, if you're a casual, like if you're someone that doesn't really follow boxing, you probably don't know who she is. Um, so I think that contributed a lot to it. Um, a lot of things that I think contribute to it. Maybe even the race card, it being a black movie,
Yeah.
that probably contributed to it too, and not being as popular. But I will say this: I know that following that movie, because I wanted to see it too. Me and my brother, Clarissa did her promotion, like she did what she was supposed to do. I
Yeah.
wouldn't. Maybe the papoose, the Remy Ma stuff, probably. I don't know if that was planned or like. I don't think it was planned. But that probably didn't help either, even
Yeah.
though it probably should have. That probably took a lot of the attention away from the movie because she was more popular for that than she was for her boxing, for her accomplishments, and for the movie. So I know I just remember around that time like that was going on heavy, and she was getting more attention for Remy Ma, coming at her, and Carissa Shields is funny. She likes to rap. She do her thing, so they battling, going back and forth.
Oh wow.
But I will say Clarissa did her part. She was going to LA. She was going to all the places promoting it. She went to the red carpet premieres. She did her part. So it
Yeah.
wasn't her. It wasn't like lack of promotion as far as her, but it's probably other issues, like you said, Christmas Day, which I don't think that was bad actually. I think that was a great idea for it to be on Christmas Day because people do go to the movies on Christmas Day. They go to church on
Yeah.
Christmas Day, so but it was other movies out around that time also that came out, so that probably overshadowed it. So yeah, but I agree with you. A lot of people wasn't talking about it other than the boxing world, or real movie connoisseurs. But
Yeah.
yeah, so you know,
Yeah. So I wanted to show it love, but I also thought it was ironic because I was like, no one's talking about this movie.
mm-hmm,
And some of the reasons why they're not talking about this movie, they were actually talking about in the movie, you know, about women's sports and
mm-hmm,
how, obviously women's sports are coming up on the, you know, they're on the come up now,
mm-hmm,
with NIL and it's 2025. But probably back then, it just takes a longer time than you would think, for people to support women's sports. So I think people don't really support women's sports. And like they said in the movie, people don't really want to see girls beat up girls,
or the Asian scene when he went to try to get
Yeah,
her.
the agency. And,
Yeah.
they was talking about her hair, being feminine and being a bully.
That's another valid reason too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Being
that's
black and a woman. Those are two
yeah.
major things too.
Well, that came up a lot in that movie. Like, the white chick that was her. I don't know what it was for the Olympics, but her representative. She took her over to see the other model, the female boxer in the dress, and so the thing was, and then they tried to make her change how she talked, and what I liked about what we saw at the end of the movie and what we see now in real life is like she just never gave up. She believed in what she was doing. So you got to
Mhm.
give Carissa a lot of credit for
Yeah.
now. When you see like Angel Reese's, you see a lot of these black female stars, sports stars. They're getting what they're getting. Carissa was kind of like one of the pioneers for that. As
Yeah.
far as endorsements, as far as the sponsorship, as far
Oh,
as like being on an equal playing field with the men. Um, she really pushed that envelope and she wasn't taking no for an answer.
no.
So yeah, she really did her, and she did listen. Like when you see her now, and this is why I really like. For me personally, I like the Angel Reese's. And don't get me wrong. If you're a tomboy, if you just like dressing like a dude, if you're a stud, if you're LG with BTQ, I hope I didn't mess that up. But like, if that's what you are, like that's cool. But what I love about Carissa, what I love about Angel Reese, um, even Caitlin Clark, or who's my other girl in LA? Well, both of them now, Kelsey Plum. It's
Cameron Brink,
yeah, Brink. They
Asia
know they women.
Wilson is one of the aces.
Like they know they women. Like they dress like women. Like and they know they feminine. And Carissa embraced that. Like I don't care if I am a boxer, because that was the thing too. People don't want to see women get. And Layla Ali said that when she first started boxing. in that interview with Andre Ward, she said, um, somebody told her, "You too pretty to box. You ain't gonna do that. Like those women gonna tear your head off." So that motivated her more. Like I don't think it's nothing wrong, even if you lift weights, if you do the most manliest thing, that you should still be a woman. You should still, if you want to wear a dress, do that. If you want to get pretty, do that. Um, and do it your way. And I think Claressa is like killing that right now. She's like the best at it right now. Like she got a lot of crushes on her, and it's that reason, because she's not afraid to dress up. She's not afraid to show that she's a woman, but she'll still beat you up. So um, it's one thing I love about those type of female athletes. It's not so much like, oh, I can. It is that, but they recognize they still women, and that's very, very important. You don't have to dress like a dude to get that. You don't have to be a certain way to do that. Be you. If you're Mexican, dress how Mexican women dress. If you're black, dress how black women dress. Like I love that. So she did pay attention. Like she did pay attention to that. Like, okay, I'm gonna play the game, but I'm gonna do it my way. And it worked for her. It's been working for her. So I gotta applaud her for that.
She was putting some makeup on. She was trying. She even told
Oh no.
her agent she was trying.
No, I mean, like she does it. She is that now. That the woman that was in that movie, she's that now. But she's her. She got the braids still. She didn't perm her hair. She didn't look white or try to look another way. She's Claressa Shields from Flint, Michigan. Braids, makeup on, pretty as can be, tight dress. You wouldn't even know she was a boxer. So I really love that. Like I can't express how much like I really love that. Because you should be yourself. Like, if you want to be a tomboy, be a tomboy. You don't want to wear women's clothes and you still do that too. But I don't think it's nothing wrong with showing you feminine side, even though you can probably beat most dudes at the sports you play. So, um, Claressa, I think she led the way for that. And now you got the Angel Reese's, the Cameron Brinks, the Kelsey Plums, the Asia. Um, any sport, wrestling is another one that's like that. Especially the female wrestlers, they don't play.
Uh, who's that girl that got the long braid in wrestling?
Oh,
And she
Bianca,
has a wrestler
yeah, Bianca,
husband.
yeah, Bianca.
Oh yeah, Bianca. Yeah,
That's my
yeah.
girl.
They had a reality show. That was cool to see them.
Yeah, Montez Ford, that's her husband. Bianca Belair. I got a funny story about her. At Pfizer Forum, I worked one of the shows, and I was coming from the employee locker room, and so backstage, you're gonna get some behind the scenes stuff. Backstage, when the wrestling shows are going on, they have their stuff set up. So the wrestlers are walking around, and we're not really supposed to talk to them, but I ended up walking past Bianca Belair. So I said hi to her, and then she said hi back. And then as we walking past, under my breath, I said, "You're awesome." So she heard that, but she didn't know what I said. So she turned around real aggressive, like, "What?" She thought I said something disrespectful. And I couldn't hide it, so I had to say something. I was like, "You're awesome." I had to say something to her. She's like, "Oh, thank you." And shout out to Bianca. And then another one I really like is Jade Cargill. That was her tag team partner recently in the WWE. So I got to see some dope behind the scenes stuff with a lot of the women wrestlers, especially the black ones. So shout out to Bianca, shout out to Jade Cargill, um, putting on for wrestling. And again, they're not afraid to look good. Well, in wrestling, you always have to, that's what sells. But they also, like Jade Cargill used to play basketball. She was a college basketball player, I think. I don't think she played WNBA. Then she went into wrestling. So, I saw her when they was here recently, the recent SmackDown that was just here. I was behind. I saw a lot of stuff. I got the video, and let's just say they're very good actors. Let's just say that they're very good actors, man. But yeah, I love when female athletes not afraid to show their feminine side, because I think that's very important. That's what's going to make the men watch. But then when they start watching, they're going to see like it's serious. So Yeah, Clarissa definitely paved the way for that, and the movie showed that. I think the
Yeah,
movie did a good job of showing that. Yeah.
cause she mentioned like I wanted all of the female Olympians to get paid.
Yeah, she
Um,
did that.
yep,
She was the leader. She had the leverage. She understood she had leverage. Like she had two gold medals. So, you know, those gotta mean something as far as negotiations. She learned. So, you know, she used that to her advantage and really helped out a lot of other female athletes, you know, in the process. So
yep. The ratings going up, coverage going up.
mhm.
Yeah. Uh, if there's a oh, do you have like a movie rating like 1 out of 5? Or 1 out of 10? Nah, let's just go 1 out of 5 then. One out
What,
of five.
what do you
Yeah.
normally do? I don't know. I haven't been part of your movie reviews.
Um.
Well, if we going out of 10, I'm gonna go 8 or 9 out of 10. My brother
Yeah.
was like seven, a 7 or 8, but I give it an 8 or 9. I can understand why he would say that because he watched a lot more movies than I do.
Mhm.
Um, and it was very rushed. Like they rushed her story in the movie. I could tell it because she told her story mostly on that Andre Ward interview. It's a very good interview to watch before you watch the movie or after the movie, either way. Um, but yeah, so other than that, I thought it was an excellent movie. It was a black movie, which I really like. Like we don't get too many of those nowadays. That was really good. I thought it was good. I thought the acting was good. Everything was good in it. Like um, it was dope to me. 8. So out of 10, I'm gonna give it an 8 or 9. If you talk about out of 5, um, same thing, 3 or 4. You know, out of 5, or I'm gonna do the Cisco and Ebert thing. 2 thumbs up. I think it gets 2 thumbs up. It was good. It was really good. So
Yeah, I definitely got to give it. If we're talking 1 out of 5, I would give it a 4.
okay,
1 out of 10, I would give it a 9, because I do feel like they could have told a little more of her story. They just mostly told the beginning. You saw her as a child, and you saw her, being
they basically
17, the youngest boxer.
they just told her go like her Olympic story, which is
Yeah,
what got her to where she is now. So
yeah,
I can see why they did that. Like that is the most inspiring part about her journey
yeah,
so far. So
yeah.
but it was a lot more in there that I know that they didn't put in there that she talked about on her interview. So, um, but for what's there, it's enough where I thought it was a great movie and very inspiring for anybody else that's in that situation. They need motivation. That's definitely a motivational movie. So I thought it was good. I will watch it again. I definitely will watch it again. So
Yeah, yeah. I would definitely watch it again too. And oh, it's very inspiring. But I also feel like it's a good sports biopic. Um,
yeah, to be a
any
biopic,
age can watch it, any race, you know, any gender can watch it and be inspired. From the rough upbringings. It's very relatable. You said you related to it. You know, but also I think it's important that they showed, you think that the movie's over after she wins, because usually at the end of movies, they win and the movie goes off, blah blah blah.
yeah.
This, showed her, winning. Also, it showed her like still going through those hang-ups and ups and downs, because she had to.
She had to go back. So yeah,
Yeah,
she won the first gold medal, and she had to go back because she wanted those endorsements. She wanted to basically get her family out of poverty, like get them out of what they were doing, the struggle. So when she saw that, like the gold medal really didn't change anything, but it is another scene that I'm finna get to. Like so, when she went to pawn her gold medal, to help her mom and help out her family. Something else I can relate to. It was dope that And I wish this city, I wish Milwaukee was more like Flint and a lot of cities that's in Michigan. Flint, Grand Rapids is the same way. Um, that dude wasn't finna let her do that. They were close. That gold
Mm,
medal meant something to them too. They
mm-hmm,
believed in her. So even though she wasn't where she was going to be at that time, they still had her back. They still supported her. Um, and I thought that was a very important scene,
yep,
because she thought it was going to change. Like, I want this gold medal, now they finna, and she saw like it wasn't like that. So it took her winning another gold medal, just to get over that hump to where she can
yeah,
start making moves. Yeah. So yeah, that was, I like that the movie did that. I like that they showed that part. Like, it was a struggle. It wasn't just like, oh, she won the gold medal, everything changed. No, like it still was a struggle for her. And yeah, I like that they showed that. That was good.
yeah. Cause that's what most people think. But you still gotta keep going, persevering. Cause like, what if you win and it still doesn't change? Are you gonna give up? You know?
Yeah, you don't
And
give up. If you
yeah,
believe in yourself, you're not gonna give up. Like, it's just what it is. And you always got to stay consistent because you don't know. It can be 20 years, it can be years before you get your break. But if
yeah,
you consistent, it's going to happen. So that's what she persevered. Like you said, she had that perseverance, and she just didn't give up. And it wasn't easy.
oh,
She had to have support too, and the movie showed that. So, you know,
uh, mm, yeah. I'm glad you mentioned that gold medal scene. That's important because he could have easily just got took it. You know,
yeah.
because that's worth a lot, real gold.
Well, it's a gold medal, and but what was dope about that, because I think he already knew, and then he went in the back, called her mom. They went back and called her mom up to the shop. I don't know if that really happened, but if it did,
yeah,
um, that was dope. That's what I mean. Like, they were, Flint's not a big city in Michigan, obviously. We know about the water crisis and all that stuff. It's very like poverty stricken city in Michigan, just like Grand Rapids, Michigan. That's where Floyd Mayweather is from, the Mayweathers. Um, and obviously we know about Detroit, you know. So, you know, that's a hard, Michigan is period. Indiana is another state like that. It's just very hard. If you make it out of Detroit, Grand Rapids, or Flint, you can make it anywhere. Like, they going through it. And so that scene really showed how they stuck together there.
yeah,
They were all watching her, the Olympics. Like, she won that gold medal for
yep,
Flint, first one anyway, and then the second one she won for herself. Like, dude told her, like, that second one was for her. So, but yeah, and even like if you didn't see the fight this Sunday, she brung them out, man. Like, they told her she didn't sell it out, but I don't know. Like, they were there, man. She had her people there. Papoose came, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was nice. Layla Ali's mother-in-law came, and
mm. Oh,
she wants Clarissa Shields to fight Layla Ali and beat her up. I guess she don't like Layla Ali. So Muhammad Ali's ex-wife came to the fight, Clarissa Shields fight, just to meet Clarissa Shields, to tell her to beat up Layla Ali. But yeah, I got the video too, if you don't believe me. But
no, I saw it. I saw it like maybe on Facebook.
yeah, it's on Facebook. That's where I got it from. So yeah, it's beef there, But yeah, man, Clarissa Shields is a draw. She's definitely on the level of the men as far as like Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney. Trying to name boxers. Terrence Crawford. I don't know if you heard of him. Terrence Bud Crawford, Boots Ennis. Those are all big name draws in boxing. These are all black fighters, by the way. Um, Big names in boxing, big draws, and she's on that level as a woman fighter. Like,
Yeah,
she's going to bring them out. She just need the opponent to match that. Like, that's the only thing that she's missing right now. If it was another Carissa Shields or another fighter on her level,
like a rivalry. Yeah,
Yeah, just a good fighter. It will be probably become a rivalry, but that's the only thing that sucks for her right now. She's kind of like Layla Ali. She's when Layla Ali was fighting, she didn't have anybody to fight. She even said it in the interview. That's the one of the things she regrets about her career is that she didn't fight the best because there was no one there for her. She had to look up opponents, and even the opponents she found that were good, they didn't want to fight her. She had to beg them, and they still didn't want to fight her. So I think Carissa Shields is going through the same thing right now.
Yeah.
Um, she found Perkins, which she was big in, but she just wasn't a good fighter. She wasn't skillful. Um, so that's going to be the next challenge for Carissa Shields. And what I would like to see Shields do, I'm not going to say Layla Ali as much, but Shields for sure is start getting the young girls. Like if there's any young female boxers out there, or like start finding the good ones. Like she should start curating those the great female fighters.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to do that, but I think that would help a lot in the future of women's boxing,
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
have a lot
Yeah.
of good matchups. Because I like I said during the Jake Paul and Tyson fight, the fight of the night was Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. That was the best fight of that night. Not the Jake Paul Tyson fight, obviously. Um, but it was the women's fight. It was that match that was the fight of the night. They went back and forth. I feel like Amanda won, but Katie Taylor won again. That was their second fight. So Amanda lost twice. So they might do it. They might run it back a third time. We'll see. Um, but yeah, so yeah, yeah, man. That's the only thing I see with Carissa now. Is she got to find that perfect opponent for her.
Yeah.
Opponent. Hopefully, it's more than just one. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's nobody on her level right now. Yeah.
I do feel like if you like one of the first or like second, to make it in the top of your sport, like especially if you're a woman, you should definitely train, the younger generation. Kind of like how in basketball they have those camps like Curry camp or,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
or
I'm pretty sure
like
she was.
Kobe had Mamba Academy.
Yeah.
Um,
Pretty sure like Shields probably does that. I know she goes back and she gives back to Flynn, and but if she like wants to see the future flourish, like she should start like her own camp and like
yeah, 1-on-1.
well, not like one on one. She can start a gym or a camp. And so, like Floyd Mayweather, the Mayweathers, I know you know who Floyd Mayweather Jr. is, but his father was a fighter. His whole family, like his uncle, the Mayweathers are legendary. Matter of fact, Layla Ali trained with the Mayweathers to become a boxer. That's who she trained with. So um, they have a gym in Vegas, and they known for that. That's where Tank was discovered. I think Shakur was there for a little bit. Devin Haney. Um, so they Mayweather has had a big hand in a lot of the young fighters you see now, especially Tank and Shakur and Devin Haney. Like they all was at his gym. You know what I mean? When young, Tank was there at 6 years old. Like knocking other kids out. So yeah, that's what Carissa needs to do as far as women's boxing, especially for the future, because I know her story is going to inspire other young female fighters. Just like we're gonna get into basketball, since what you do too. Just like the WNBA, Cooper, Swoops, Thompson, basically that Houston team. You know how many players today are inspired off of them? Like, so the same thing. Like Shields was inspired off Layla Ali. Like it's got to keep going. But Shields can be the first one to make it where she got a place for them to go. Like the top female fighters come here. That's what the Mayweather gym was. To male boxing. So yeah, that should be the next thing for her.
Yeah, that'd be
We'll
dope.
we'll see though. Yeah. So right now she's really focused on her career, which I don't
Yeah,
blame.
she's still young, right? She's in her 20s still.
Yeah, I think she is still in her 20s. She might be pushing 30. but she's still young, basically. So yeah, it's like she worried about her right now, and I don't blame her. She's having fun. She's winning. She on top of the world right now. She feeling herself. She got a new boyfriend, Papoose, of her first high profile boyfriend. So she's moving up. She becoming that star that she wanted to be in that movie. She's that now.
Yeah,
Um, so we'll see how she navigates it. I'm always gonna support her. Um, because I understand the story, man. Her being black, a black female, black woman, women's sports. You got to support that. So yeah, I love it. We'll see where she goes from here.
yeah. Make sure you guys watch this movie and tell your friends and your family. If there was one lesson to be learned in the movie, wrap it all up, what would be that lesson?
Never give up. Keep
Yeah,
Never give up. Yeah,
keep fighting, keep going.
yeah, never give
No
up.
matter, no matter what's in your way.
No matter what situation, whatever. Like, if you really want it, keep going, because you know what's gonna happen if you give up. So you really believe in it, you got to keep going. Trust, I know personal experience. Like, you got to keep going, you got to keep pushing. So that's my one. If you say one lesson overall, is just never give up. The fire inside. That's what it is. Like, keep that fire burning. So
That lit, keep it lit. Yeah, I would say keep going, keep fighting. No matter what your childhood look like, no matter what teens look like, young adulthood, gotta keep going. Even if you feel like you're not getting the credit you deserve, you should be, you know, considered the best. Having all this media attention, all the money, because she couldn't even like really pay for diapers, and she won a gold medal. And who was on the Wheaties box? Michael Phelps. And he's a male, he's a white male. She's a black woman, so there's prejudices. But don't stop, keep going,
you
and yeah,
you got to keep going, man. And that baby was her sister's baby, by the way.
yeah,
So you know, yeah. So yeah, she's doing a lot, man. She's taking care of a lot of people, her family.
yep.
She talks about it more in the interview. I don't want to make this super long, but watch the movie. But also Andre Ward, what is it? All the Smoke on YouTube. Just type in All the Smoke, fight, or Andre Ward, Carissa Shields, whatever, and watch that interview, because it's going to give you more of an insight to the movie. She tells a lot more details that's not in the movie in that interview. So, um, including about her sister, the family,
Yeah,
it's crazy. So yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm definitely gonna watch that interview and the Layla Ali interview, so I can hear what they talking about. But yeah, go watch the movie. Go tell everybody. Promote it on social media. We gotta get it up, especially black women, black films in general. There's not a lot of black films out there, so we gotta support it. Like Kiki Palmer, one
Yeah,
of them days,
can't wait to see
that's
that.
going up, and I really want to see it. We gotta
Yeah,
support it.
I mean, one of them days. Shout out to Kiki Palmer, that's my girl. SZA too, Issa Rae, um, black women again, right? So yeah, you got to support that. If you're talking black in general, you were right. Captain America comes out on Valentine's Day. So it comes out this month, Black History Month, first black Captain America. Well, actually the second, but you got to watch, the show. You got to watch the Winter Soldier show to see the real black Captain America. But that's neither here nor there. Shout out to I was gonna say Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie. That's his character, Sam Wilson. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, man, I would like to see the Fire Inside get nominated for an Oscar in some kind of capacity.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's that good. I think that what's her name? Destiny,
Ryan Destiny, yeah.
right? Destiny. I think she did. I thought she did a great job playing Carissa. Um, so The director did a great job. Yeah, we'll see. It's definitely supporting role. Like, I think it can get something at the Oscars. So we'll see if it gets nominated. I don't know. But definitely go support that movie. Definitely go watch it. Support Carissa Shields. And yeah, Black History Month. Support Black. You know what I mean? That's what it
Yeah,
is.
all black, black on
Yeah,
black, black on
black.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
black.
make sure you guys, yeah, we both wearing black, support women in sports. That's what my shirt says.
Yeah,
Yeah,
baby.
we gotta do it. We gotta, yeah. And shout out to the actors, the directors, writers. Barry Jenkins wrote it. He wrote Moonlight. Rachel Morris is the director's name, and she was nominated for Best Cinematography for Mudbound. I told you that off camera. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's very relatable, very inspiring. Tell everybody. Might make you shed a tear. My auntie saw it. She got emotional.
yeah.
You know, it's great, great. Make sure you guys go see it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and stay balling. But since this is, fighting, you know, stay boxing, stay fighting. What would you say in boxing?
Stay fighting.
Stay
You said it. You know what I
stay
mean?
in the ring, stay
Yes.
in the
Stay in
fight.
the fight. Stay in the fight.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
no matter what.
Yeah.
No
So
matter what your situation looks like. Yeah, but yeah, go check out the movie. Good structure, good visuals. Shout out to Flint, Michigan, like you said. They showed the water tower in that movie many, many times,
yeah.
and because it was actually it was like in 2012 before it happened. But yeah, shout out to everything and
It was
everybody.
probably before we found out about Flint, but they always been dealing with that. It
Yeah,
wasn't nothing new to them. Yeah. So
yeah. Okay, okay, okay. But yeah, any last remarks, Lamarcus?
um check out The Fire Inside. You basically said everything. It's a great movie. Thank you for having me again on your awesome, awesome YouTube show. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I enjoy talking about this because I'm a big boxing fan, me and my brother. So um yeah, it was a great movie. And we're movie connoisseurs. I'm actually going to see Love Hurts. I don't know if you've
Mm.
seen the preview for that movie. It's with the Chinese
Oh,
dude. He's a fighter. Marshawn Lynch is in it. So I'm going to see that tomorrow.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to see it early. It comes out on Friday, but I'm going to see it early. Um,
I
yeah,
need to see that trailer.
yeah. So I thought The Fire Inside was a great movie, and everybody should check it out, man. That's basically all I gotta say. Shout out to Carissa Shields. Congratulations on becoming undisputed. Yeah. So
Girl power. Let's go. Thank you for joining me. And everybody go see the fire inside. And make sure you keep that fire in you. Peace.